And if you recognize it, it's kind of like Lee Hsien Loong also. It's like when he does his stuff. Like, hi everybody, welcome to the Listening Room podcast. You know, it just feels robotic.
Right. Now that we have video, I think I need to sit up straight. You know.
Yeah, that's what we're all doing.
Comb my hair a bit.
And I'm guessing
make sure I look like
feeling
awake.
is what he goes through every time he makes a speech. It was like, hello, fellow Singaporeans.
Yeah.
No, I remember the first speech he gave, right, for the to announce the circuit breaker. He was like looking at the side or something.
Oh yeah.
He was like waiting to be.
That was a stream, right? It was a live stream, right?
Yeah.
So you can watch it on Facebook as well.
I've always wanted to see the Prime Minister relaxed. You know, what is he like when he's relaxed? Like, you see him at the kopitiam, he's like, yeah, uncle, how are you? You know, like, this kind of thing is like, hey, I would relate to that guy like more. I was like, hey, this guy quite chill. He's smart. He runs the country, but he's chill. He knows how to be a Singaporean. That's the guy I would like to vote for.
What do you think he'll be drinking or ordering at a kopitiam?
Kopi O kosong.
Because it's healthy.
I don't think he'll have sugar in it.
Kosong, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Kopi O kosong. Kopi O kosong, keep the black or something.
Or would it be Milo kosong? The newest one. Milo Kao Kosong.
Milo Kao
Right.
Kosong.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I feel that he stays up late at night, so he needs to, hit the caffeine really strong in the morning.
But he should lay off because I see he's getting a bit skinnier. It's a bit worrisome.
He's getting older.
Yeah, that's true lah.
Yeah. So one thing is he needs to chill. I tell you, it'll do wonders.
68 this year.
Oh yeah?
But it'll do wonders
Wow. He was
for
born in
his
52, if I'm not wrong.
It would do wonders for his campaign if just take a picture
He
of
does,
him.
but to be fair, he doesn't look like he's approaching 70s. He looks like maybe early 60s to like at most mid 60s lah.
Maybe lah.
Yeah.
And with the exodus of his cabinet also, it's like maybe the stress is piling on.
Yeah.
But I would like to see him relax. Like, okay, it doesn't have to be that relaxed lah.
But what kind of shirt do you think he's wearing though?
Hawaiian?
With a good morning towel draped over the side, right?
Is he still wearing the white pants?
No lah.
No.
It's kopitiam. Get
Kopitiam.
dirty very easily. So wear black pants.
And
lah,
definitely
black
flip
pants.
flops. Definitely, yeah, flip flops.
Flip flops would be a plus.
Or do you think Birkenstocks? You think he'll go with Birkenstocks?
Nah,
He's not, no lah.
Cannot flaunt
He's
your
not.
wealth like that.
Yeah.
Or
Can't.
what's the other brand? Shoal.
No,
the one, the orthopedic.
The $2 one.
I think Hawaiian shirt you have to.
Blue and white one.
Wow.
Blue and the Japanese slippers.
That's
the
toilet
white.
slippers lah. That one.
That one
No,
is
I think
chill.
Hawaiian top you have to go with Havanas.
Oh,
Yeah, matching Havanas.
Is
Yeah.
it Havanas or Havanians or some?
Havananas.
There's an I in there, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
The
But
spelling
just
error lah.
that, Can you just picture him there and then just chilling out with the rest of his new cabinet ministers, all the younger ones? They're like talking to them like, you all know, I won't be like serving as your prime minister for very long. You have to take care of this country all in this relaxed tone. Like, yeah, then be like, hey, that's the man I want to vote for because he's one of us, but smart.
And to be multicultural, he's got to like slip
Smarter.
in some
Sorry, not just
Sial Seol,
Yeah.
some Hokkien slangs.
La lo li.
No,
Lalo
cannot.
Lee?
This day and age, right? All those kind of things. Lots of people were like, "Hey, you cannot
but
appropriate
you-
our."
no,
our
you do
stuff."
everything.
You must do
Yeah, everything
So
lah.
you
Okay,
do
can lah.
everything.
Can. But you must watch what he says, like. You cannot say the.
Then you put in some sade, matcha,
Yeah. You can
Mike,
say, like no,
Tambi.
in a cordial term, like, "Hey, matcha, come over here."
Yeah.
Can.
Yeah.
Hey, what's a
But
nice
he should not be doing it to like Shanmugam. Hey, matcha, come here.
Yeah.
Can
that's-
also.
that-
Can
that's a
also.
bit too
Then
much.
have Shanmugam reply in thing. Hey,
He can't be telling Masagos
No,
bang.
but what would Shanmugam's reply to, because he's Chinese? What would Shanmugam's reply? How do you call also matcha, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so, hey matcha, don't like that. And like sit down.
Boss.
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 Yes,
a bit
boss.
difficult lah.
Yes,
Boss cannot.
Sure thing,
lah.
boss.
Boss cannot. I also want to see him like
Wouldn't that
scold.
remind you of like going to buy prata?
Maybe yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
boss.
Yes, boss.
How?
no,
What do you want?
but
Prata at Thomson Road.
It would be funny if they were laughing like buddies. It'll be also a bit scary like.
Prata at Thomson Road, right? The fellow won't even ask you. The fellow just
really,
stand beside. Yeah.
Wow.
The last time we ate
Oh
there,
yeah.
the fellow just came up to him
you
and
want?
just stood beside him.
That what you want?
Yeah.
Didn't even ask what you want.
Yeah, just stood there with the notepad
With a notepad.
and a pencil.
He just looked
what
at
kind
him.
of look was on his face? A look of
like faster.
derision,
Yeah, like a look of annoyance lah. Like,
Yeah.
why isn't this guy giving me
Yeah.
his orders right
I
now?
gave you so much time just now. Until now, you're still thinking. What's wrong with
But
you?
then if you go to Springleaf, right, the fellow looks at you with a look of contempt. Like, you should not be here. Fuck off, you're making my life miserable.
Why are there so many customers?
Faster just sprout your order out and
Yeah.
pay the money and get...
And I hope
Yeah,
I
shove
hope-
the
I hope you get
prata
diarrhea.
into your throat, swallow it whole, and leave.
But their prata is quite decent lah.
Yeah.
Springleaf
Yeah.
prata. I think one of the better pratas.
Nice
I
recovery.
think
just in
Thompson.
case.
I still need to go there.
I think Thompson, right? The normal prata. I think that one you can shove it in your mouth hole and swallow it because it's so tiny, dude.
Which one?
Casuarina.
Prata House.
Prata House, yeah.
Yeah.
It's tiny, dude. It's like fucking smaller than my hand. Yeah, it's like
yeah.
it's like $1.20 or something.
Casuarina, same thing, what? The kosong is like fucking tiny.
In fact,
Yeah.
that's the place.
And now it's like $1.20, yeah.
That's the
Oh,
place
Jesus.
they should be hanging out in. Like that's the
Where,
place.
Casuarina?
Yes. Oh no, not Casuarina. Thompson, like Prata House.
Prata
It's-
House.
It's kind of neighborhoody.
That's my area.
Yeah,
Kind of neighborhoody.
yeah.
You just sat them there relaxing, and then have him rag on Kobun One. For
Okay,
leaving.
but here's the
Like just go down there and then Kobun One. Hey, why you leave? Walao! Right now we need you. It's like, why you
Hey,
leave?
the train station still
I
haven't
haven't
opened yet.
fixed it, you still want to leave. I put you in charge of HDB. It's like
Yeah.
people also don't like. Then transport say, hey, why?
do you think when the bill comes, like Kobun One will be the one to foot the bill?
He will say yes.
Because,
Like,
you know,
paise. He will say.
He's the one.
He was
He
like-
fucked off, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was like, say, hey, paise. I cannot tahan already. Everything I do also, they scold me. I go HDB.
Everything is
someone's
like cow.
yeah, cow
Yeah, yeah,
I'm trying to help them do this. Can't see it, they scold me. Now they say I leave, I never leave anything behind except debts. And it's like, but true what? And then it's like, I know lah, but don't need to say what. Then it's like, funny lah. I wish that would happen lah. Although on the world stage,
Yeah.
that would put them all in question. It's like
I feel this would be like a Academy Award winning skit
maybe,
if ever it
It'll
was
be like
written.
Monty Python.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
but that's the thing. The disconnection between the PAP and the public is widening. It's scary
Yeah.
to see because I think I just said it just now. When you see them introduce new candidates, right? There's no like, wow.
Hype.
Like,
There's no hype.
Like who's this person?
Yeah.
Hey, this person can take us anywhere.
There's
You
no
just-
excitement anymore.
Yeah, the first thing that the Ivan Lim came in, gonna attack left, right, front, center. Everyone from his capo, from his army to his capo, and the worst thing is
So when did PAP announce Ivan Lim? This guy Ivan Lim.
They announced them all together, right?
2
like,
days ago.
In a
I
batch,
think.
like in a batch by batch, if I'm
Yeah,
not wrong.
batch by
Yeah.
batch.
and like a lot of Singaporeans were singling out this guy.
People
Ivan
who
Lim.
knew him, like
Right.
I think personally.
I don't have COVID. I just have a very irritated nose, so I'm just trying to find things. Excuse me. Yeah, but Ivan Lim came in and he got attacked from
Right.
from ground up.
Okay.
And the worst thing is, that means they didn't do their research on him.
Mm.
That means the
That's what some
or,
people are saying.
or
lah.
they didn't not say they didn't do their due diligence, but that means right that they only vetted paper no, I'm not saying that that's what they did. I'm saying that they vetted him based on his own, like maybe a selected few people brought him up.
Paper qualifications. lah.
Paper qualification.
yeah.
And the other thing that we think runs rampant there, that the ones that they kiss up to are the only ones
Oh.
that they matter. So
Yeah.
he kissed up to his
Superiors. lah.
superiors, and they're the ones that sold him off to the PAPS. This guy is very, is diligent. But all the ground people, the people under him,
Mm.
that's where they're coming up now. That's why
Right.
no one on top heard about this. That's why they consider him as a nominee.
Mm.
They put him out there, and then all this happened. It means they didn't see it coming.
Right.
It means they didn't see it coming. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
But like when people started coming out and saying that, wow, this guy,
Mm.
he was like my platoon commander during active days, and he was shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm really like fucking condensing everything down. Like people wrote paragraphs and paragraphs, right?
Just to complain about this guy. lah.
Yeah, they just like say that this guy was shit.
Mm.
And then another guy said that, wow, in reservists, this guy is still shit.
yeah.
Like he turned them out or something like that just to like do something because it was his like last cycle or some shit like
Yeah.
that. Then and
To
the
be
fir-
shit during your reservist or to be an asshole during your reservist
Yeah.
says a lot about.
a lot about you.
About your
it's not-
your
it's not-
personality.
And then it reminded me of something.
But
Do you remember in BMT, right, when you have to do like peer review?
Mm-hmm.
So the peer review, right, is actually quite, I don't know, I'm not a PC, so I don't know what the criteria is. Maybe
Yeah.
some PCs also don't know what the criteria is. So they claim that peer review helps a recruit, right, by quite a large amount to go to OCS, if he wants to go to OCS.
Mm.
So if you're well liked, right, your peers will like, yeah, this guy deserves it.
Yep.
so you're wondering how he got into OCS?
Yeah. So in like BMT, you see people who are there who die want to go to OCS.
Mm.
And it's a small group.
Yeah.
Not everyone wants to go to OCS.
Yeah.
Within like your platoon or what. And then you will have people who are just good at everything.
Mm.
Or sit test, IPPT, field camp, whatever they can do.
Mm.
Then you have people who can do few things and will be well liked by the peers. And
Yep.
then you have the fucking suck-ups.
Mm.
And those are the worst kind. Because out of like maybe like 3 suck-ups in a platoon, at least one will make it to OCS.
Right.
And
right.
I have a feeling that this guy might be that one fella, that one suck-up, right, who made it through. And the attitude usually stinks and it continues throughout.
Right. Right.
Because, okay, for him, right, my suspicion is he's done everything right, but he's being an asshole about it.
That's what his like former colleague said, right?
Yeah, he does everything that's needed, required, and is expected of him, and maybe above and beyond. That's why he goes up. But he lacks the human side. He
The
lacks
EQ lah. The
the
EQ.
social side.
Yeah.
So he like when he's in BMT, maybe great leader he gets the objective done.
But
pushes-
whatever we are saying now, we don't know.
we don't know.
We are
It's
just
hearsay,
like,
But-
we're just saying because I'm basing on the fact that he came out and
Yeah.
there's so many people out to get him.
Yeah.
It's not just one person on a
Okay, but
going a tirade, but it's
are those people complaining about him like people who are under him or
Under
like his
him.
peers as well, his colleagues?
some of them you can
I'm not too sure. I'm
technically
actually not
right.
too sure.
Once you're done with your army 2 years, right?
Mm.
Usually people just look at each other as normal like peers.
Yeah.
I don't look at you as
higher or lower,
officer,
lah,
as a sergeant, as a
Mm.
man. We are all there to serve the country, fulfill our obligations,
Yeah.
and then we are going to go back to our daily lives, to our families and all.
Mm.
Right? We just want to have a smooth transition through, right? Don't want to get into trouble, all this kind of shit. So at that point, right, if you want to make people's lives miserable, and you are not even in that establishment, no, you are already out. You are going back for reservists,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you're still trying to like play rank and like do all this kind of shit.
Like
About with your men.
Like I said, you see.
Yeah. Yeah.
he's-
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
From where I see that coming from, right, is that he is the guy who wants to get things done and wants to progress, but he doesn't care of who he steps over. Not saying okay, that's a bad way to say it, but you know what I'm saying. When he goes to reservists, right, he focuses on.
Would you say it is being self-centered? He was being self-centered.
something like self-centered, but
Because
he,
in
you know-
NS also you can up rank, what?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The thing is that when he goes in, right, he let's say his duty is to get maybe 30 men, up and running, doing all this by this standard. When he goes there, right, he focuses on that. I want 30 men. I need them to be at this level. Then if you're not at that level, I'm giving you extra reservists. No
During
no
reserve-
such
yeah.
things. Like
Yeah.
no one ever does that.
He sounds like a power hungry dude.
Well, no,
who
it's
just
not-
wants to
it's
flaunt
not-
his
it's not-
power
yeah,
over
one thing is
other
power
human
hunger,
beings.
But more of the thing is that he that's why he's able to get to where he is, all the way up to because he focuses on the objective and he gets it done. He doesn't care. Most of us are like, hey, you cannot do that. It's kind of a bit, you're being a bit of an asshole. Like, it's like, so what? I am in charge. I need to get that done, so I'm gonna get it done.
Right.
If you have a problem with it, write the thing. But this is what I'm doing. It's right. And the worst thing is that I'm right for doing it. Like, that's my job. I'm right for doing it. So he gets it done, and he steps on you, and then of course you're sore. And this is what the people are shouting at him.
Yeah.
This guy probably just lacks that EQ.
Yeah, but the people who are I agree with what Sean is saying, and the people who are complaining about it, they are saying that is this the guy that you want to put out there to say that he's going to look after the people?
yeah.
Right.
Especially when
Is this the person
he
you're
doesn't
saying
seem
is
like he's-
compassionate and he's
he's probably
sacrificing
yeah.
himself, or not even not say sacrificing himself lah, but
Showing a bit
he's
of
coming to-
empathy lah.
is he the person you want to serve the people?
Yeah. Yeah.
You want the guy, okay, the leader you want. I mean, in most of our BMT and all that, right? The guy that you end up respecting is the guy who's on your side but getting it done, who's competent enough to do both.
Yeah.
Not just shit on you guys to get the bottom line done. It's the guy that says you have to understand we need to do this as a group. If you can help me, I definitely can help you. Like, once we get it done, chop, you guys can go back. Or, do something to show that you care for the people below you as well. You're not just the guy that will like, we need to get that now. I'm going to send 30 of you to to get that done. All of you can die for us, but make sure it's done.
Mm.
You don't want
Yeah.
to serve that guy because
You're not going to get respect of the
yeah,
people
because
working under you.
you know you're being treated like a pawn.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that the guy upstairs has to be crafty enough to treat you like a what thing is like. There are cases of that happening, and those people are just generally evil, like villains or whatnot, lah. But you'd prefer the guy who motivates you to get it done, so you all can solve a common goal. Like when it gets done, everyone benefits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It's just not his ego lah
It's
that's
just,
benefiting.
Yeah, it's just like he said, he comes off arrogant,
Mm.
and he might have his heart in the right place. So right now, the fact that he gets pulled out, it's a learning point for him, showing that people below you.
that's a very positive take.
Oh, yeah. It's a learning point for him. It's like he can see that people below you affect
Sean always looks at the bright side.
Yeah, no,
affects who you are.
like what you were pointing out earlier, like him being like competent. That's what. Yes, I agree that's why he's at a certain level
I mean,
right
it
now.
has to be.
But
to-
like
for
like a politician, right?
For,
You
yeah.
would need the politician to be competent and compassionate,
Yes, definitely.
right? That is the angle that these people, the
no. Yeah.
all these people who have like come out to share their experiences with him. That's what they're pointing out.
Mm.
Like maybe this guy is competent, right? But how compassionate is this guy?
Mm.
He doesn't give a fuck. He, for his according to them or according to our interpretation of what they've been saying, right? Like if he wants to progress,
He'll just
would-
step on people.
he'll
Yeah.
step on people's
Yeah.
heads.
Okay.
Does he
That-
sound like Donald Trump?
no. Okay, we've done the good part and the bright
Yeah.
side, but here's here's where I bring it all down. Like that was nice, like saying the compassionate part is what he lacked. Then someone brought up the fact that there's this Brazilian contract while doing there's this Keppel when he was working for Keppel.
Right.
There was some scandal with some Brazilian contract, and he denied that he had any involvement in it.
Okay.
Then someone brought up like a
Like a
post,
whistleblower?
like a posting and said like he actually said that he was involved in the Espanato. I cannot bring. I'm sorry, I cannot really bring up. But there's this one contract there, and he himself spoke about it.
Mm.
And then later now he's saying he had nothing to do with a
Oh.
Brazilian contract. With
Right.
I don't understand the facts about that whole
But
scenario.
he's changing his statement lah.
So yes, he's saying
Mm.
that not changing his statement. I don't know the full story there.
Mm.
This one, I'm just saying that is one part to look at on competency.
Right.
Or honesty.
Passionate Sean.
Or is honesty. The
Right.
the fact of the matter is the honesty that comes in. If you're involved in something shady there, you've denied it, but you are. Ooh, that's not someone we are told that we can trust the ministers governing over us because they're highly paid.
Yeah, one of the reasons lah. One of the reasons
Okay,
why we should trust them.
One
Yeah.
of the reasons why, one of the reasons for the high pay is to prevent corruption.
Yeah.
And if this guy cannot even own up, or if he's denying it and he's not involved,
Mm.
shame on whoever's trying to bring him down. Shame on him. But if he is involved and he just denied it,
Yeah.
just to become be elected, that's American for you. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to take shots at them, but that's American politics, where all this nonsense is coming up, and we really want to stay away from that because right now American politics is shit.
Have you seen some of like the comments on like Chinese Asia and Straits Times, like for all the articles about this guy, the Ivan Lim, right?
Ivan Lim.
Yes,
Ivan
yeah.
Lim,
Yeah. So when all these things started like to pop up, right? And you see a comment saying that, didn't the PAP vet
Yeah.
their
The
candidates?
vetting part is quite worrisome.
And
yeah.
then after that, it's like, was it a planned thing, right? So did they vet and they figured all these things out, but they were like, we don't care.
just put him there
Right.
to get shot
Yeah,
down, so we can
just-
introduce the next guy and make the next guy look better.
That
I think because
would
I saw
that
a
would be
meme.
fucking elaborate, lah. But
Yeah, which I don't think
saw
that's the.
no, I saw a meme. They
I will
put
go with the
two-
first one that they just didn't vet
Yeah.
him good enough.
or they
Yeah.
vetted
clearly
based
enough.
on
Just paper qualifications.
Yeah, paper qualification, and like I
Yeah.
said, they're vetting right based on people of like the word on people on high level. I mean, it's right lah. You want to hear people from there, but you see those people only get sucked up too.
Yeah.
They only
Yeah.
see the
But
best
if you're
side.
gonna vote a leader in, shouldn't you speak to his followers to see whether he has the respect of the
That's the,
people?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the question
Yeah.
that now
That he
people are
lead.
asking. Like, hey, did you even like when you vet? Did you look at the peer review things that Devon was talking
Yeah.
about? Like people peer review. Did you go there, or did you only focus on
What his
Uh,
bosses have to say.
the bosses
you know.
said that he gets things done? Everything under him is 150% efficiency. Wow, he's got, profits here. While in army, he got all his men to do da 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 da, da and then never question it. The men's all said,
But
like,
you see,
you
doing
know how to
like
do it.
doing one thing in the army, right,
Mm.
is different from doing it in the private sector.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in army, right, like you they play rank what?
Mm.
Everything is through that, right?
Yeah, it's sad that you said that because right now you see the number of generals that are like in.
Yeah, but all those generals are all scholars, right?
Mm.
Mm.
They have. I think that's one of the prerequisites to be higher up. Also, like you
To
have
be a
to have
captain, I think you need to have
you need to
a
have
No, major.
degree. A major,
Major,
you need to have a degree.
you need a
Yeah.
degree. Okay.
If not, then
Yeah.
you would stay. If not, you can still be a major, but
Yeah, you
long,
can't
after
go-
a long time.
yeah.
After a long time,
Th-
you'll be a
you
major.
cannot be a
and then-
lieutenant colonel, if I'm not wrong.
Then
Right,
if
right.
if you get to a major that way, I think then you have to get a degree in order to like have any.
So I think that's how the army entice people to kind of stay in the army, right? Like if you wanna, they give you a
because they pay
scholarship
for
and then
your-
they sign you
they
for
pay
like 5
your-
years,
Yeah,
and
they
then
pay for your scholarship. You
Yeah.
have to score a certain amount, and then you rise up the ranks.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
they, what was his rank? I can't remember. I don't know his rank also.
Who, this guy?
Yeah, I think
No,
captain. I
but
think
this
he's-
guy was he's not like a
he didn't sign on. He
like a Safo
left.
scholar
He
or
left, and
nothing
then
like
he
that.
joined Keppel,
Yeah.
and then that's where all this thing. But
I don't know. I don't know what scholarship
We
he
don't
got
know.
or whatever, but
in this case, it wasn't like I don't think it's a case of like social media taking him down. I think it's his past. His
past came back to
his
bite him lah,
relationship
in the
with
ass.
people below him coming back to bite him.
yeah.
Because, look, it could have gone the other way. It could have. Ivan Lim comes out and bunch of people on him is like, hey, because I have
So-
sirs in my camp, like officers in my camp, right? When their name comes out, wow, everybody, because he's such a buddy with everyone.
Everyone's happy to see him,
Everyone's
to
happy
hear
see
him,
it's like-
hear
and then
about him.
if they saw that guy suddenly run for parliament, it'll be it'll be an outpouring of praise. Like, hey, this guy competent, he got everything done,
Yeah.
but he also cares for his men. It could have been that way, but that's the thing. Without that, right, we would have never known about his character that way. And
Yeah.
like I said, it's not just negative. I haven't heard a positive thing.
and it was
from-
funny to watch how the PAP brass actually handled the situation, right?
Mm.
They took him out.
No, the first
Oh.
reaction was to say that he should be allowed to clear his name.
Yeah.
And then
He did.
You
I
look
mean,
at the
he did
comments. You look
try.
at the comments, right?
he said,
And
yeah,
the comments were like, "Oh, why are they doing this? Shouldn't they be defending him if they thought that he was
wait.
really worth defending?"
It was.
What-
I think it was.
Yeah,
a
some guy
surrender.
said
it was
they
a
threw him
surrender.
under the bus.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
And
It
then
was a
someone
surrender.
replied saying that why are you saying they threw him under the bus? They're giving him a chance to clear his name. Is it usually if they believe in him,
Yeah, they would
They
come
would
out
have supported
publicly
him,
and
yeah.
I think they've
support
done
him.
it before. They've defended.
they have defended people, but
Yeah.
before.
yeah, they stop defending when it's totally
It's over.
indefensible.
Okay,
lah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Michael Palmer,
Um,
he was having an affair and then like nothing. They resigned,
Mm.
left.
they're smart enough to know when it's no longer in their favor. If they had defended him and then the people because I think there's just too much outcry against him that they knew if they defended him anymore, they'd be garnering the angst
think-
of those people.
Yeah,
like,
if
why?
I think if Ivan Lim had an affair, it wouldn't be as bad as this coming out.
Yeah, no, because
like,
that's
the loads of
one
people.
personal. Like you can,
Yeah.
he could have an again.
You can be a great guy and have an affair, but
this
you know,
this might sound wrong to the people against adultery, lah. But like he could have an affair.
Maybe
but
the
he
wife's
could
a
really,
bitch.
He could really, yeah, he could really be a great guy. Like you never know. Like
Yeah.
like a
Yeah, look at
really
Arno.
swell guy.
Yeah.
Arnold.
Arno.
I sleep with my maids. I can't help it.
You can refer to Bill Burr's bit on
Yeah,
that.
she dusting and then
Classic.
she bent down and she saw it. I can take it. But he's a good guy.
Onto my family bed.
Yeah.
Run to the chopper.
It's not my fault. I can't do it. Cause I pumping iron. I see. Oh, nice.
And he
Oh,
didn't use a Jimmy.
ooh,
Ooh. He wanted more.
he wanted more kids.
Yeah, you don't know. But for his case, he doesn't sound like a great guy. I don't know him personally.
Or like the French president Macron,
Yeah.
he married his babysitter, right? Who's like 20 odd years older than
Was
him.
he babysitter
or
or
like
his
15
teacher?
Babysitter, I think.
Teacher, right?
Or
Teacher,
nanny.
teacher, not
Teacher
his
who's
nanny.
like way older.
Oh, is
he,
it?
He married his older, like his teacher who was 10, 20 years his senior.
Right.
Then he just married her. And
I remember reading like it's a nanny or something though who
No,
used
no,
to take
no,
care
no,
of him
no,
as a
no,
kid.
no,
No?
no, it was someone who taught him when he was a kid.
Anyway, this girl is like more about 20 years older than him. lah.
Yeah.
And she's
It's
seen
not
him as a
girl
kid.
lah, It's not a girl, it's a
So
lady.
lady now.
At that time she was a girl. Now she's a woman.
Yeah. He's probably one of those. He's probably one of those kids that looked at her and is like, "Ooh, you're gonna be
How-
mine one day."
Yeah, how do you be like a babysitter, nanny, teacher and look at like a primary school kid
No,
and be like,
she
yeah, in
didn't-
20 years time I'm
she-
going to be banging this guy.
She probably had no idea. She probably had no idea. It's just
But
that she
who
made
was
an
it?
impression on
Was
him.
it Woody Allen or?
So she probably saw him as another student. Maybe I don't know how he was when he was younger, but he looked at her and was like, "You gonna be mine." And he made his way all the way up to prime minister.
Then he married her.
Prime
Yeah.
Minister?
Right?
Yeah,
isn't
he's,
he prime minister?
Who?
Macron.
Macron.
President.
President of
Ooh,
France. Yeah,
Okay,
president of France.
even.
French president.
I
Yeah.
was like, Prime Minister?
Yeah.
And
No, but he married her before he became president.
Oh really?
I think so, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was about to be. It's
So-
like, I'm
so,
going to
yeah.
be president. You're going to be mine. And it's like,
I mean, age is one thing, but the fact that like they knew each other when he was a minor and then she, was in her 20s, and then after that they got married. I don't know.
Well,
it was
I don't-
weird.
Oh,
think-
was that a story?
No,
Yeah, I think so, yeah, yeah.
I don't think.
As
she,
usual, we
I-
do
I-
no
I-
research.
I don't think she felt anything for him when he was that
When
young.
I was young, yeah,
It's
but
just that
after
when he got,
You
he
have to
grew,
clarify that.
he grew up and then he came back and say, "Hey,
and then he
uh,
was a good-looking kid.
yeah,
and
you
she's like,
taught
yeah.
me, you taught me when you was like that much, and I've
Madam,
been, in-
oui, oui.
yeah, I've been in love with you for a very long time." I was like, "Ooh, in love with me? Yeah, oh,
And now touch my wee wee.
Yeah, like I mean, when we were in secondary school, we had
wee.
I believe we had one teacher who we think
No,
like, oh, it was
That's
pretty
the,
cute,
that's
right?
the funniest
You
thing.
know, you don't
like,
have?
Oh, your school was shit?
No, that's the funniest thing. Like right now, we've mentioned this before. We've always seen articles about like kids, like have.
To clarify, Sean is the one who always sends us these articles.
like kids with school teachers getting in trouble for
Oh,
banging
Barstool
minors
Sports.
lah.
Banging
Banging
Barstool
minors.
Sports.
And then you
They,
look,
they do a ranking.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
you look at the teachers, and then you're like, where were those teachers? And okay,
Yeah.
those are over there, but over here right now, what's happening is that because my cousins, like I have friends and cousin teachers.
I know where those teachers were.
Where?
In other good schools.
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
You know
No,
why?
no,
It's
my-
Yishun, Sean.
no, my-
In
okay.
Yishun.
No, but now okay.
They couldn't be all
Tell me.
teachers. They had to grow drugs.
When,
the teachers
when-
are all degenerates as
when
well.
you were in school, were your teachers anyway younger than 30 plus?
Yes, I had a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had
See,
a
I
few.
can
Mid 20s, I would say.
I can remember
think.
when I was in school, all my teachers were old,
No, because my
Duh.
school is quite new.
much
Yeah,
older.
it's
I was
cool,
the second batch. So the teachers were quite new,
So-
and I remembered I had a chemistry teacher who was pretty alright, pretty good looking. But if she came back now to meet me like 10 years later and like, hey, let's hang out, like, that's so weird.
Yeah, see, my school, the one that met the line of where we could like, hey, not bad, were the music teachers. At
Right.
most, music teachers. Everyone else was old and married.
What about the
In your,
discipline
this is your
master?
secondary school.
Yeah, there was no chance of like, oh, hey, this teacher quite hot. Nah,
Discipline master would have to be a male.
Well, my school had two. So
Okay.
one female, one male.
We never
Yeah.
even had.
yeah,
But when
yeah,
it comes to the
talk.
caning, it's the male.
Eventually, we had like a female teacher
Yeah.
to handle all the female cases. Yeah. I think, but it was predominantly men.
Yeah. Did you guys have like public canings and shit like
Yes, it was fantastic.
that? On stage, right? And then everyone watch.
At-
No,
Okay, at one point, right, my school, when I was Sec 2, right,
Yeah.
my school had a change of principal, and the principal who came in was on newspaper for like caning like don't know like 40 plus people
What?
in 1 year or something.
That's a
like that
record.
He
at,
might-
at
he
the
might have a-
previous school.
He
Holy
might have
shit.
He might have a fetish for it, but my
Right, so
school
when-
was,
after
it
he
was
came-
done in the office.
Oh no, ours is public caning.
So on the stage.
but after he came over,
I don't
right,
think
Yeah.
they did it on
the
stage.
canings drastically dropped.
Right.
Like I think after like from Sec 2 to Sec 4, right, I witnessed maybe 5 public canings.
Well, if you
Could it be that he strike fear in the hearts of delinquents
No,
that
not
they
really.
decide
You
not
just
to
have
commit
look at his
any,
kids. look at his kids
Trouble.
and search for scars.
No, his kids were all okay, but
Because
No,
of the
but-
scars.
before that,
Yeah.
when I was Sec 1, we had like an impromptu assembly on a Thursday afternoon.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And
And he
we
just
were like,
cane
Sec
people.
1, we were like, fuck yeah, and shit. So we were like, what is this? Midway cancelling class for assembly.
Yeah.
Just was
This is
caning.
fantastic. Yeah. Dude, they caned 17 people, dude. I will never forget
For-
the number.
do you-
17 people
What?
one shot.
For
They
what?
queue up. They queue up one by
Queue
one.
up, yeah.
For,
So when
for-
we
what
reached
was
the
the
hall,
offense? What was the offense?
different.
Oh wow, different offense. So it wasn't like a group of people in a gang.
Sean,
it was
the
just like
offenses were so fucking funny, man.
why?
Okay.
Oh, you have to. Okay, we have to say this out. Come on,
Yeah,
no, you have to say
okay.
this out.
So there was one guy who was, I would say he was a little bit special, lah. He was a little bit awkward,
Okay.
Right.
right? And so he was in Sec 2, we were Sec 1, right? But people, all of them knew his name because they were like, hey, they were calling him by name. Then you're like, he was like a Chin Hang kind of guy,
Right.
right?
Is he
So,
autistic by any chance?
I don't know.
Might be
I
on
hope-
the
let's hope
spectrum.
not. Let's
Might
hope
be on
not.
the spectrum.
Might be
Yeah.
on the spectrum,
Yeah,
right?
they
So
okay,
The caning took it out of him.
They caned him out of the spectrum. Oh,
wait,
God
wait.
damn.
You listen to the story.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, okay.
So when we entered the hall, right, there was already one single file of like fellas all sitting down,
Mm.
and these guys are like from different. We said, hey, this guy is from Sec 1, what?
Yeah.
And
this is
then
like
like,
kind of
oh,
death
what
row
is this?
for secondary
Yeah,
school.
like-
All from
They-
different classes and
All from different classes. Some wearing shorts, some long pants. Like,
yeah,
and like, what is this?
yeah.
Then we sat down. Like, then they brought the chair onto the stage, and then we were like.
Public
Public
execution.
caning. And then you see the teachers, right, coming in with fucking the rotans,
Yeah.
with the canes, right,
Yeah.
all different, like five different canes.
Oh shit.
Just in
It's
case
not
it
the same
breaks.
cane.
Just in case it
Just in
breaks.
case
Just in
breaks.
case it breaks and all.
Oh shit. Okay.
And they have to call it
And-
off.
And holy shit, that guy, the Spectrum guy,
Mm.
they read out what his offense was, right?
Yeah.
He went to a friend's house,
Uh-huh.
okay, to borrow a Game Boy.
Yeah.
This was
Yeah.
2001, right?
Oh,
So to borrow a Game Boy.
It's a
Uh-huh.
handheld console set
Right?
in case.
Yeah. Now known as what? Nintendo DS, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
still
It's a
handheld,
new
but
yeah.
this was like
the classics,
to
the
them-
This
classics.
is a classic.
to
No,
them
I
it-
think this is a Game Boy Color, if I'm
okay.
not wrong.
So when we were in that age, just to sidetrack a bit, when we that age, right, a Game Boy
Mm.
and the Tetris little, the Tetris
Yep.
thing. So that's the kind of now if you take a Game Boy out,
Yeah.
they will look at that how we saw the Tetris one.
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Exactly the same, yeah.
Yes.
In
Yeah,
the context.
continue.
Okay. So this guy, he went there. He went to the house. So the mother was there and the friend was there. So he returned the Game Boy
Mm.
and then he was seated in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mhm.
When the friend went into the room to put the Game Boy, right, the mom went into the kitchen. This fella took the stand fan and just went out.
What?
Yeah. Okay. He took the stand fan and went out. And then he was like very good with the operations manager of the
Yeah.
school, right? So the guy was like, oh, this kid has loads of problems. He gets bullied and all. So he gave him the key to the operations manager's room.
Mm.
Then he had like a storeroom. This kid brought the fan and just came to school, opened the room, put the fan there, and locked back the room.
What? Dude, I think he needs psychiatric help.
No, no,
Rather than-
Imagine,
no.
imagine the teacher, right,
Yeah.
reading this story
Yeah. So
out from a paper.
okay, there,
And trying not to laugh.
And we are trying our best not to laugh. People are laughing.
Yeah.
And then you've got like our form teachers and all sitting at the side, right? They're like, don't laugh. Don't laugh. But they are saying don't laugh while they're smiling.
God damn, I think he needs help, dude.
The thing
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
I think he needs help.
While this story is being read, right, he is standing beside the teacher laughing and smiling.
Wow.
No, but on the other hand, isn't it kind of heartwarming that he stole a fan
And then brought it back to
to
school.
give to his friend in
You know when he got caught?
What?
When he realized that stealing was a mistake and he wanted to bring it back.
Hey, you see. Okay, no, look at that.
The
See,
story was
no,
fantastic.
So you see, there's no malice there. He didn't steal it because
Yeah,
he knew he was stealing it.
He was trying to right a wrong.
but the
No.
theft occurred.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He thought he
true.
was being nice. Like, hey, that fan looks good. Operation
Well,
manager mentioned he's quite
At
hot
least in
that
Singapore, you
storeroom.
only get caned. In Saudi Arabia, you have a hands chopped off.
Yeah.
That's
So,
one thing. But
yeah.
17
No, wait,
people.
And he made
okay.
a spectacle out of the caning. They gave him like 3 strokes, right?
Yeah.
after the first one, and he jumped about, people laughed and everything.
Yeah.
And
Was
dude,
he putting an act or was
No,
it
I
like
think
really?
it's
no,
just
it was
reacting
painful.
Oh, it's pain- okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but he was reacting in his own manner.
In a
lah.
hysterical
it was,
kind of.
It was fantastic.
Wait,
17 other
where is he now? Is he still?
I have no clue, man. He might be dead.
Or he might be listening.
Or he might be
And
a
it was-
psychiatrist.
Some of the guys were very proud that they were getting caned because
Right.
it was like gang fight. They beat someone up in a
Yeah, yeah.
class and all this kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was damn funny to watch.
I don't see how you should put like people who commit violent acts against another like classmate on the same stage as this fella who clearly needs help. You know, like
But back then,
like-
back then,
back
we're not,
then, yeah.
we're not so socially aware of like we have to treat them. We have to treat them the special.
Wait,
the
okay,
special
did-
kids
did-
with
Your schools have this thing like, okay, detention, right? You
Yeah.
had detention.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But my school, right, like I think it was Sec 3, when this is like 2003, right? They had like a detention center with a counselor in there.
Wow, no.
Oh, we
no,
didn't have
I
that.
didn't
No.
have
Okay,
that.
so-
it was a detention, and you have to write notes or at least
Yeah,
just
okay,
stay
so
there for
If
homework.
because we got rid of like classes, like classrooms for like Sec 3E3 has this classroom throughout the year. No, we got a home like a home class thing.
Right.
Hey, not a home class. I don't know. It was like a roving thing.
Oh yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So like each
The teacher has a room.
yes, correct.
Then you go from class to class.
Class to class, yeah.
Yeah. So you go from subject to subject.
Yeah.
Right. So we had the lady who's a psychiatrist or something, like psych major, right? And the teacher will fill up a form to say what the student did, and then you have to bring the form, and then like you sit with that counselor and the person will talk to you, counsel
Like, you
you,
know
and
why
like
this
come
is
up with a
wrong?
plan.
Sorry.
Come up with a plan to like, okay, what are you going to do after this? Like,
Yeah.
how are you going to rectify this? And my classmate in Chinese class, Mandarin class, he just asked the teacher, "Can I go to toilet?"
Okay.
In English.
Yeah.
In English.
Okay, that
So
sounds like
he was
something
like-
I would do.
It was like no speaking in English. And then he repeated, "Toilet." And so she wrote the form, filled it up for him, and shouted at him, "Go." The lady.
Refuse to
Sadly, the guy has passed on. He passed on for he in a coma from a bike accident, and then
Oh,
he
shit.
sadly passed on. But he was a funny guy, and the way he retold the story of what happened
Yeah.
at the counselor's room. The lady, Indian lady, right? She just looked at it and you just wanted to go toilet, Yeah.
Yeah, I just said it in English, then she don't want to let me go. So I said toilet, then she you just want me to say Teswa. I cannot. I had principles.
And the lady the Chinese teacher was young.
Oh yeah.
You see,
From China.
that
Right,
brings me
right.
back
Yeah.
to my questions. Like, where were all the young teachers?
They're just not at
during
your
my
school.
time?
My school had
They're
quite a
not at
number.
your school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
My
had a
school
couple.
had teachers dating each other.
Oh, really?
See,
Yeah,
I never
I-
had that kind of
Eh,
thing. It's like,
okay.
I was like,
Here's the thing.
wow.
Do you think they banged in the school before?
Oh, I've heard
Ah,
stories
yeah,
of
yeah,
teachers
yeah,
doing
yeah.
Really?
it. Yeah.
In your school?
Not my school. No. I
Dude,
told
his
you.
school
already.
was all, no, but
If my
le-
school had
let's
any
not-
stories of teachers banging, it would be one of those
Let's
like.
not be.
"What
I
the
understood. Let's
fuck?"
not be prejudiced against his school.
Yeah.
Old people still need to.
Yeah.
bang.
Old
Yes,
person need to
but-
bang. Yeah.
But you see, the thing is, when you have stories of like this teacher banging the teacher, hey, where really? Then you would like go down and see.
Sean,
Hours if God, you'd be like, oh fuck, man, I don't want to go to that room anymore. I don't want to do that.
Sean, imagine when you're 50 and you're
biology.
horny, you want to bang someone, right? So you can't discriminate.
When I was 15, I was still playing Pokemon cards. So let's.
No, I said when you're 50,
Oh, 50.
when you're
Yeah.
50 and you're horny, you still need to bang someone.
Bang someone.
So,
Bang something. Bang a Bunsen burner.
in the
okay,
chemistry room.
In
my,
the
okay,
chemistry
my,
lab.
Okay, in my school, right, I cannot say during my
Physics lab.
time.
The long ruler, you tie it to your piece
In my
to
time,
measure.
in my time, I can't. Okay, there were two young. Okay, I mean, there were a few young. Okay, there were young teachers, but they were. I don't know. My perspective back then, they were still very old.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's skewed. Maybe back then they were as young as the ones I'm seeing now. But because I was that young, I don't see them that young-ish.
The only story of like sex in my school that I heard of was someone finding like a condom in the guy's toilet. That's it.
That's it.
That's
no,
it.
Yeah, you see,
Yeah.
that's
We had students,
Yeah.
fucking in a playground.
Wait,
Outdoor playground.
Outdoor.
no, he just said students.
students,
That's secondary
yeah.
school. That's underage.
Secondary school,
That's
underage,
underage sex,
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
Is it chargeable by law under sex?
Yeah.
It is, right?
Yeah, if you
Both
get caught,
parties will be
you'll
guilty.
get sent to
Yeah,
home.
both parties will be guilty because both will be
Under the age of
chargeable
15,
under-
right? That's
both,
a
right?
minor.
It's both
Under
right.
16.
Under 16. Okay.
It's
Both
both
minor.
statutory rape for both sides, right?
I don't think so.
No?
I think just like
Only
mandatory
for the guy?
counseling or something
yeah,
like that.
you have to go like counseling and
Okay.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not stat rape because one isn't even above the.
So if
yeah, I cannot.
if I'm a teacher, right, and I see two of my kids having sex, should I stop them
or join them.
or risk being called a pedophile?
You stole his line.
No, I wasn't even going there, dude.
you were definitely going
I
there.
think you were
Jose.
going there.
You were
I saw
going
in his eye. There was a glimmer. I was like, I was gonna say that.
And Sean was like, I'm gonna have this one.
Yeah, I'm
Sean
gonna have
took
this
the
one.
punchline.
Yeah. And it's like, okay. So
No, clearly joining them would be a crime. But if I stop them and then they say that, oh, this guy was enjoying it, which I'm clearly not, then I might be deemed a pedophile. So what should I do? That's the big question.
Yeah.
I think just watch from afar lah. And not get caught.
that's
But-
another
but if
one
I
that's gonna get us
watch
flagged.
from afar.
Yeah.
And once you're about to come, just shout.
Hey, police! Because I can't call the cops, right, and say that, hey, these two kids are having sex, like, in school.
Actually, you can go and stop lah.
You
Can
have
lah.
to stop.
I have to stop lah.
That's such an awkward call to make.
Yeah.
Hello, police. These two kids
What
are having
evidence do you have? Yeah, you
this-
can see my
these
phone.
two-
I've taken
yeah.
some pictures.
These two kids
I'm not
are-
making this up.
The first thing the police officer is like, where?
In my classroom.
In my classroom. And why are you just watching? What?
Say, no,
what's
no,
wrong
I'm
with
I'm
you?
not watching. I'm about to stop them, but I decided to take some pictures for evidence in court to show that
But
I'm not
let's-
enjoying it.
Let's remind our audiences that at the time that we're talking about, right? I think 2003, the camera phones were introduced.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So, the
yeah.
playground
Then-
fucking one happened in 2001.
Right.
So
right.
it was up to a sketch artist to
I-
No, someone might bring a camera. There might be a
A
photography
guy got
club.
stabbed. A guy got stabbed outside of school,
Yeah.
right? And then he ran in back to school, holding his like fucking intestines.
What?
Yes.
In your school?
In my school when I was Sec 1, right? So it came out on new paper, front page,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Did the guy survive?
What?
yeah, the guy survived.
He was eviscerated. Like
yeah.
what? It wasn't a
That
stabbing. It's like
slash the stomach. Yeah.
Wow, gang related lah.
Gang
How
related.
the hell did
girl,
he
girl.
survive?
Gang and girl related.
How did he
Right.
survive? Okay, how do you survive with your intestines out?
No, so you slash the guy got his stomach slashed, right?
Yeah.
And everything just came out lah. So he was bleeding, but I think it didn't pierce any of the organs. So it just pierced the skin, like tore the skin open.
Right.
Kudos to him for
Like
staying
when you
awake,
buy
man. The
when you buy
pain.
like have you guys like bought liver?
No, I hate liver.
No, I've not.
No.
I've not.
Okay, so if you buy, right, then you can see like if you go and buy from like a French butcher or what, they will give it with the fat.
Wait, French
Oh.
butcher? Only a French butcher?
Yeah, because they use the fat. They what do you call that? Because the cleanest fat, and then they render it down so that they can use it to like sear steak and meat.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like a calf's liver.
This shows
Wait.
that I don't do like shopping
I need
or
to
cooking
clarify
at
that
all.
this was in Yio Chu Kang.
Yeah, I did my best not to even mention the name of the school.
So
and then
Yio
you-
Chu Kang area, right?
Yeah,
Yio Chu Kang.
you,
So
you have very said it lah.
you see this, like it's not only in Yishun, okay? It's
But
not in
this is
Yishun.
public record lah. It was on new paper front page.
So public
Right.
record again, not in Yishun. Okay, this is me calling out the Longkang Kitties for their episodes on Yishun.
Hey, but you control what happens in Yishun.
I don't.
You're the Führer of
I
Yishun.
don't-
He's the
it's
Tsar.
Like
Tsar
I
of
might
Yishun.
be the czar, but still. I send
Onwards
them,
to become
I send them a
governor.
gift. You can't use things that I can't defend against because I got no evidence.
Future
Is
MP
Yeah,
for Yishun.
yeah.
I hope the kid is doing well now though. Like getting slashed
The
in the
kid,
stomach.
dude,
Jesus
that guy was
Christ.
Sec 4, dude.
Wow.
So what's he
Right.
doing now?
I don't
Is he
know.
an advocate for?
But he
intestines-
survived lah, so at
st-
least.
st- Stomach-
Indian
stomach
guy.
without cause?
Indian guy.
Mm,
It was gang related and
How did they put it back?
I don't know. No idea.
Ooh, that was
yeah,
incredibly.
but he came straight back in, right? A teacher saw that,
Call ambulance.
Ambulance.
She
that-
fainted.
Oh
Ooh.
shit!
Dude, you see?
Dude, anybody would have fainted. I would have
She
fainted. It's like
fainted, yeah.
fucking your guts
Yeah.
are out.
It's like fucking the Japanese samurais when they want to
Yeah,
commit
yeah,
suicide,
yeah.
they
Yeah.
cut off their
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm just
What-
hoping
what-
that they'll.
Start with H, right?
Harikiri, is it?
Harikiri, yeah,
Seppuku.
yeah.
But I'm just hoping that one of you were one of
People
you,
saw that
no,
actually.
one of you were
Kids,
clever.
some of the
one
kids who
of
are
you
playing football
were-
after school, they
were
actually saw that.
clever or
Jesus
smart
Christ.
ass enough to say like, dude, when we said spill your guts, that's not what we meant.
Imagine your first day of school, or like you just and then you witness this
Dude,
kind
yeah,
of shit.
this happened like in March. Or like
So the
February or March.
after the break or something, after the March.
Very early,
Oh.
very early into
Fucking
It
hell.
just makes you like
my
ugh.
time
skin
at the
crawl.
school. Yeah, it was mad. That school was mad. And then I thought that was quite bad already.
Yeah.
And then we heard stories from people like people who studied like 10 years ago
Mm.
in like early 90s and late 90s, and it was way worse.
Wow. In that school.
In the school,
No,
a teacher slapped a girl.
Yeah.
And then the girl went to her boyfriend who was in one of the secret societies. The fella came with a parang and just chopped the fella.
Chop the teacher
Chopped the teacher
in the school.
outside the school.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Died. Or
I don't know. I think survived lah.
with
I think
slash
survived.
wounds
Yeah.
and her record is like now that teacher's
I
still
was like,
teaching, saying never
Wow.
slap a student until you know their background.
I think there was another
That's crazy,
school, all girls school. I think this also might have been on in the papers, right? Teacher slapped the student.
Mm.
Student, I think, tried to slap back the teacher or something like that. So they called the parents of the kid, right?
Yeah.
The kid's mom came in and slapped the teacher.
And then the teacher's mom came in and slapped the
And
mom.
it's a good school, no? It's a good school. I was like, wow.
Yeah. I don't think you can touch kids now, right? In
No.
Yeah.
in today's day and age.
No, you can't. You can't.
Anyway, is caning still allowed in school?
No,
in secondary school?
I do not think so. I think
Yeah.
certain
I think
schools
we
don't-
need
don't allow
to
it.
interview a teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can ask. I can ask. my
Anyone who
friend.
knows teachers here?
I know friends.
Please
It's
bring
like,
them.
hello,
Yeah,
you know to me.
yeah.
It's like, I know friends.
Right.
The friend that
So-
you mentioned earlier on with the birthday coming up.
Yeah,
we can
Yeah.
So I ask him. But
No. Okay, but this is about
But
to
he
lead
has,
me.
he has to keep his shirt on while doing the interview.
Yeah, if he takes off his shirt, we might be tempted
we,
Yeah.
to touch him.
We know.
No, but then again, it's kind of awkward because I want to say that the belt behind, you can see hanging on my wall. It's for the teacher to spank us if you're naughty in this podcast.
Usually Josiah will leave little indicators.
Hints,
somewhere. So,
hints to what happens in
so
the
from
room.
now on,
This
right?
is a theme for
Yeah.
this.
So
Yeah.
for now on, just
episode.
keep an eye out. Like we'll be leaving certain things
Yeah.
around.
Next week will be like maybe a dog collar or something, or
a
like
small little
Today-
painting.
Oh,
He's
wait.
in a spanking mood.
yeah,
spanking mood.
yeah.
Spanking mood or autoerotic asphyxiation mood.
I'll need a longer belt for that lah.
I think it's okay lah. It's wrong on me.
Yeah. you need a longer belt for your neck.
I don't know. It's like
Yeah.
I need
long
I need
enough.
a discipline master to choke me.
A female discipline master.
Yeah.
Oh no,
you see that's
you are not.
again.
I'm not sexist lah.
You're not
Again, we
sexy.
have
Either
to
one
bring
can
it
do.
back
Yeah.
because
As long as it's sexy.
right now, I'm gonna say it's like maybe I was just unlucky with my school.
Yeah, it sounds like you were pretty unlucky
Probably
with.
unlucky. Probably.
Can I just say that this was not planned at all before the podcast? But I think whiskey helps lah.
see when
Whiskey helps.
Wait, hold on.
Once we start downing whiskey, we start
To my memory, we never
good
really,
material comes out.
We never
We
really,
actually
we never really planned our
we had
podcast.
an outline.
We had an outline.
and this was not part of it.
We
Yeah.
have outlines. We basically just have
Outlines, verbal outlines, nothing written in black and white.
and that's
and zero research.
that's
Yeah, and just before the podcast, I said that I was a little sleepy. I might fall asleep, but after 2 shots of the whiskey, I'm like, let's
I think you've had
let's
more
rock
than
and
two.
roll.
okay.
Let's rock and roll.
Let's be honest, you have had more than two.
Hold on. I was actually going that we're having tea, but thanks for that. Thanks for ruin. Okay,
It's
the-
it's
the-
tea
the
with
bo-
cocaine.
The bottle right there doesn't help our cause. Can it be seen in the?
I don't think it can.
I don't think
until
so.
you pointed it out.
No one knew.
No one knew.
Shit.
People thought it was a water bottle.
But no worries, we can cut it out. The
Mm.
magic of editing, we can cut it out.
Yeah, movie magic.
But we have to go back to the elections. It's coming up.
Why? The election is done. There's nothing more to say because we don't know who the candidates are.
We can talk about the
It's
rest.
not
Like,
it's not concrete
like,
yet, right?
Like
Yeah.
no,
After the nomination
like what's
day.
been happening, like the exodus of Corbyn 1 and then now WP, like
Right.
Low Tiakam.
But Corbyn one not funny. lah.
the comparison
Yeah.
between the two, like
His
when,
failure is a joke, though.
when-
Will I get in trouble for that?
No.
I don't think so,
not
lah.
really.
That's your opinion, lah. So it's okay.
No, because it's
True.
lucky I didn't say that.
You almost want to
Okay.
say it's a
Yeah. So
opinion.
no, when WP's Low Tiakam left,
Yeah.
there's like this montage, like all the things he did, and then when
But
Corbyn,
who did the montage though?
not WP lah probably, but it's
so it's
more
biased lah.
It's more publicly
So Sean,
available.
are you saying that PAP doesn't value Corbyn one?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh
That's what I'm
no!
saying. Where is Corbyn 1's montage? Even if
You
it
know,
were,
they can
even
come back. They can
even
come back
if
and
you-
say that he has done so much that we are going to take some time.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And he might time it just
That's
before
like
the
a backhand
election.
slap to
Dude,
Low Tiakam.
no,
Yeah.
honestly, you should reconsider your.
This fella did
you,
nothing.
You should reconsider your job right now. You can
Spin doctor.
You can fucking be. Oh, sorry. You can be a spin doctor for PAP.
You know, for Corbyn
Right
one's
there.
montage, like you know, farewell montage, it could just be like a time lapse of people trapped on trains. Yeah, and everyone's just like getting
and then
pissed
this,
off.
this is your rival. This is the guy that will do
For the
marketing
opposition parties.
Opposition because you would come out and it's like, sorry, we're taking a bit of time because Corbyn's done so much for us, and then he was like, here's a montage of what he's done.
Actually, that's a really good idea, right? Like a fucking 2-minute video and the video starts with the fucking strobe lights. Is it strobe light or is it like the revolving lights?
Yeah, okay.
At the MRT stations.
Yeah.
To say that the train has broken down.
Yeah,
So you start with that and then you pan down. You just see gigantic queues.
yeah.
And buses being people like trying to struggle their way into buses because they need to go to the office.
Oh, and
Yeah.
then you just end it with legacy.
Legacy.
Yeah.
Just like
Yep.
legacy.
Legacy of stalled trains.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
your legacy. Thank you.
Thank you for leaving. That should be the ending.
that would be his. Thank you for
No,
leaving.
like before the thank you for leave, or maybe after the thank you for leaving,
Yeah.
they cut a clip of him, of the minister getting into his private car and leaving.
That would
yeah,
just be a
yeah.
stick up the thing. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
you took over HDB and then now this is where you are. And then,
Yeah.
you know, stuff like that. But I think probably he's done some things that we've not given him credit for.
Yeah.
That's your job to push it up. I mean, if you decide to change that, that's where you come in. But
And as always, we have not done any research, so I can't say anything
Yeah.
for that.
Would you say that PSP now is the strongest now that they've gotten
no, they have.
Lee Kuan Yew's brother?
They have,
I think PAP
they
is
have
still
one of
the
those
strongest, lah.
impact
No,
cuts.
in terms of opposition.
But I haven't actually read their
Manifesto.
manifesto. But
Yeah.
in terms of impact, they have the highest impact
Because of Lee Hsien Yang's
Lee
like
Hsien Loong
public
is one,
image
then-
and everything, right? Yeah.
Then Tan Cheng Bock himself, the two
Mm.
of them are like the biggest impact. Is the PSP now have the opportunity to be the opposition,
Yeah.
Sorry for my, but they have
Slurring.
they have the ability to be the one that overtakes WP.
Yeah.
Like,
and no,
in
and,
that
and,
sense.
and I think I read somewhere that is it WP or someone was saying that we choose not to let's not have a three-way fight or something. So there are talks between the opposition to not have a three-way
I
fight.
think there was another party.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
their way of being a coalition by not fighting against
Each other lah.
each other. But
But that's not really a coalition though.
that is not really
It's
a
not,
coalition.
it's not.
The
Yeah, yeah.
coalition is where they have the same goals.
Under the same flag.
They have
Yeah.
the same goals, but you can see that WP and
Yeah.
PSP.
They're
since
just
that-
being tactful.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not combining because they don't have the same goals. And then you have the SDP, whose goals I cannot agree with. But
No, but we have yet to like read their manifesto
Yeah.
in detail. So
give them a chance. Give all of them a chance and vote wisely. That's all we can say.
on the surface, it looks like they're appealing to emotion and
Yeah.
all those kind of things. But
And don't fall for that because you do have to look at the underlying cause. Don't look at the short how it sounds now.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they say things about giving you handouts and all that, it
Yeah.
sounds fantastic. Like, oh shit,
And I
more
remember-
handouts.
yeah.
But where are those handouts coming? It's still it's from you.
And I remember we were talking about this. That I was mentioning. I think that it's a bit I didn't expect the election to come this quickly.
Yeah.
And then I think
That's
Deben
the
was
other
saying
thing.
that no, this is the best time actually for the government to for them to announce a general election right after the
it's
COVID.
for them.
Yeah.
It's beneficial for them, but for us it's rushed. I feel it's rushed. You just tell me it's coming out in July.
I was expecting the end of the year or something.
Yeah, I don't have.
But I feel that this is the best time.
No, it's
Right.
for them. Maybe it's the best time, but for us, I mean, I don't know it will backfire on them or whatnot. But for me, it's like, wow, you're in the midst of all this. We'll have to decide whether I want you to run us for the next 5 years, after you've given handouts after handouts and all that. I'm not gonna be swayed by that, honestly, because I know where those handouts come from. It comes from the reserve, and those reserves, I know you like to attribute.
Taxpayers' money.
I know they would like to attribute them to government investments and all the things they've done under Temasek and grow the growth. But the base of it is they took taxpayer money and they've done stuff with it.
Yeah.
Long run wise, how are you garnering it back? You're thinking about increasing tax and all that. That's the question. You give out lots of money, but we know you have to get it back. And how are you going to do it?
Yeah.
So giving out more money doesn't seem to be the answer for me. Like when you say you want to give more, it's like, then how do you plan to get it back? We've always questioned how you get it back. It's like, have you made, due diligence in choosing the investment you're making? Because I think one of the questions rising up is, Temasek, have you been making good investments? That's not always yes. But they've made a few bad ones, right?
But how many people actually go through and read?
And that's the other thing.
What is the
we
the value of Temasek Holdings portfolio?
Yeah, no. The thing is
It's
that we've
313 billion.
We've bragged about transparency, but to circumvent it, Temasek is privately owned, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not government owned.
Privately owned. Yeah.
So the government doesn't have.
But
but one of the biggest investors is GIC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing is that I'm not saying notice. I don't think it's a trend, but usually when there's an issue with a certain things, like we complain about transport, maybe not suddenly, but it becomes privately owned.
Isn't it now it's privately owned, right?
SMRT is private though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
but
there
the
was
trains,
another British company that came in also.
No, but you see,
but the trains are owned by Land Transport Authority.
LTA.
Transportation was a government-owned thing because we need transport a lot.
Yep.
But to divert, blame away, you make it private. I mean, it's simple.
No, but okay, you see, the idea behind privatization, right,
is to
make sense from, when you speak it in economics, right? Like you privatize, you take it away from the government
to make it better.
To make it better.
Yeah, no, because
but you need competition for it to be better.
There is no competition.
If there's no competition, right, then
it should
there's
be
no point.
government.
There's no point.
It should be government run because the thing is about the transportation process. You're supposed to make it better for us. It's supposed to make it better for us to travel.
Yeah.
The goal of it was to make it better. Now their reasoning for it to be privatized is that they say for it to be better, they need to want to make a profit to better up, all the
Same
stuff.
like HDB lah. The same argument.
And your thinking is like, wait, the fact that we want it to be government owned is so that they won't be driven by profits. They'll just be driven by the fact that they need to make it more efficient for the public.
Yeah.
And now they're saying that we can't do that because then we'll be bleeding money into it without getting any money back. That's the reason why we make it privatized, so they can make money and make it better. And on the top of it, it sounds it's like okay, but the main goal of it, the main reason why we have a Ministry of Transport, kind of seems circumvented. It's like now we're only having it in name.
Yeah.
I might be missing the point lah. People can argue against this and say I'm completely being.
And for this kind of shit, we need to do more research and read about.
And then there are other people who do that. So I'm just questioning is like, you have a Ministry of Transport. Why not just make it government owned? Funnel money there. We are still paying fares. We are still paying fares.
Yeah, but the fares, right? They don't go to the government,
That,
you see?
that's the thing. If it's government owned, then the fares can go into the
Yeah, but then
stuff. And
it won't work because it's government owned. You would say that why should the government charge this much?
Yeah.
Make it cheaper. Make it cheaper. Make it cheaper. But if it's privately owned, then it's a business.
so
They need to make profit to pay people to pay for the infrastructure.
Shareholders and
yeah,
whatsoever,
that's where
yeah.
I'm coming in. It was like I understand. That's why they're saying that we privatize it to make it profitable, so that they can consistently improve it based on the economy's thing. If you made it government, it's almost like a social give out. Like people are just taking it and they're going to expect it to be
Yeah.
cheaper, but still better and better.
Yes.
So in
So
that-
there
in that
won't be
sense,
any space for innovation. There won't be any space for improvement.
And that's
Because it's the other way around, right? Like what you just mentioned, it has to go up in terms of quality, but go down in terms of price.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
that's why
it's
they
like
say-
a lose for
Lose-lose
whoever is
situation.
running the thing.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Corbyn won. Don't take it too hard, man. You were fighting a losing battle.
Is someone posted
No,
on?
but it's not government. It's not run by the. It's
Then what do they run the fucks?
they have privatized the thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
No,
it's
no, but
not private.
that's the
That's the
thing.
thing. That's the
That's
thing.
the thing. It's like
It's private,
you,
but
why
it's not
why is
private,
there a Ministry of
like-
Transport when you're going
Like
to
in most
privatize?
people's eyes.
When you're
Yeah,
going
it's
to
quite
privatize
grey.
all these things, basically you're just overlooking something you're privatizing. I mean, it is a gray area. It's improving the stuff, but then you have a transport ministry that
Yeah.
we cannot give them credit. I mean, we should not give them credit for anything because they're privatizing it. There's a ministry
No, the
of
ministry
transport.
is there.
Why do I have to give you any credit when you privatize it and they are the ones in charge of bettering it
The ministry is there to regulate,
to regulate?
right? It should be there. In an ideal world, to regulate and make sure that these companies who are operating all the different transport
Within a
infrastructure
certain standards, is it?
within a certain standards, they are doing the right things, and they are giving the best for what they have signed up for. It's questionable if that is what's
the
happening
fact
here.
that the fact
and-
that it's questionable is just bringing up the stuff like it's you know like I don't know how you say it's like taking credit for something you've just pushed off to someone else to run. You know, I'm the Ministry of Transport. You should be thankful that it's all so efficient. And so why is it efficient? Because you privatized it. Because you made the decision to privatize it so it'd be profitable. My idea is like thank me for
And
it.
let's keep in mind that it's Singapore. It's tiny,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
not that hard.
I could have people knocking on my door. So if this is the last time you see me, you know why.
You know, like we have other local podcasts like Longgang Gedis who brought in like Chisun Run to like interview
Yes,
them.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Should we also like since election is coming out, reach out to like other politicians and
There's
bring them in?
There's no place he can fit. No, he can fit right here.
Yes, let's bring in Donald Trump.
No, there's a local
if he wants to
potential PAP candidate, Carrie Tan, who's kind of cute,
Ah, there you go.
and
That's
she
the
can
reason-
fit into my room.
That's the reason why.
I think we can look into getting her on board if she's willing to come and talk
See-
about politics.
the fellas said, okay, let's go.
Yeah,
They brought on a girl. They talked about the boobs,
yeah.
and then
Oh no, that's
and
that's
now,
just bad.
and now they apologize. You just brought up a fucking PAP candidate,
Potential though, potential.
potential candidate.
So she may or may not make it.
no, but she is going to be a candidate, right? She may or
I-
may not become an MP.
I only saw
AMP, but-
the picture in the article. I have not read it yet, and the picture just sold me on the point that we should bring her to join us this room.
So,
Yeah, this just shows goes to show that biology.
Yeah, yeah.
Men are visual
You know,
creatures.
Yeah, I think we should give we talk about the good sides of the opposition party. I think we should give the other opportunity to the incumbent party to explain their.
no, I think you've just given a perfect strategy for opposition party to win seats. Just get more attractive girls to be on your thing. Have them stand up for stuff you believe in. Just say certain things that appeal to me, like make transportation government run again. It might be crappy, but it'll be cheap. You know.
Right.
Moral of the story: why go for beauty pageants? Become a politician.
MP.
Yeah,
MP.
yeah. wasn't there in the last GE there was this girl who is it Nicole some of N or something, like, who was quite good looking and like people were, like, voting
look
for
at
her.
that.
and
See,
some shit.
NMP. No. I think Nicole Xia.
Yeah. No. Is it?
Yeah.
Can't remember.
We had the what?
No impact.
Tim Pei Ling, Tim
Tim
Pei
Pei
Ling,
Ling,
and
PAP.
then PAP, and then there was a Punggol SMC was a female MP.
Yeah.
She won the by-election.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Not purely on
I think it
looks,
was
it's just-
Michael Palmer's seat that was vacated, if I'm not wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, she won the by-election, and I think subsequently she lost the seat,
Yeah.
but by a very small margin in 2015.
Yeah. Because I think we talk a lot
Shows
about like politics here, but we need someone to challenge our viewpoint. So I think if you
they
could get
they would win so easily.
you could get an independent, good-looking female, I think that would be very
Ticks all the
interesting.
box.
definitely
Yes.
not,
All the different boxes.
definitely not
Yes.
a trap. Definitely not a trap.
No, that's why we have video evidence here,
Yes.
so that we can show to the
Prove our
authorities that
innocence.
yeah,
Yeah.
he
Is
has
this
not
why we
committed
start-
any crime.
Is this why we started filming?
Exactly.
To garner more
And I
trust.
think this is a very good time for the joke of the day.
Oh,
Yes, bring it.
bring it.
Wait, I give the last one.
Oh,
What?
I never have jokes. I don't write jokes like that. Dude, I can't. I was like, I've tried to figure out. I was like thinking, how can I make a religious joke?
Right.
I know there's like a priest, what they call what the Jewish ones called
Rabbi.
Rabbi.
a priest, a rabbi, and something goes into a bar, and then
And a monk.
I'm trying to make that joke, but I just can't find the punchline. Like a priest, a rabbi, and a monk go into a bar. That's already wrong. Why are they doing? What are they doing in a bar? So you see, that's where my joke falters. Now come up with one of yours. Yours is the best. Like the
I have not prepared anything though.
So how about we just
We're
don't have
all drawing blanks here.
all drawing? No, I never come up with jokes like that. It has to be offshoot. Like now I'm trying to think what's funny about a priest, a rabbi, and a monk. What do they have in common? Only one of them is not celibate. Because one of them has been in the boy's butt. See, that's not funny to the Catholics because it's
Because they're the receiving end of the joke.
Yeah.
I think for a rabbi doesn't.
like
No,
small
a rabbi can
boys.
be married, right? No.
Can.
Can, right?
I think so. I think you can.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think you
shit,
can.
then I was wrong. Two of
Yeah.
them are not celibate.
So, yeah. So the monk and the priest have to be.
No,
celibate.
he already said that the priest was not.
Oh
He's
yeah,
not
yeah. Because
celibate.
and
Yeah.
that's my joke. See, that's where I go. Two of them not celibate.
He can say it because he's Catholic.
I know.
That's true. and you have the nose of a Jew. So
No, we'll come
tick
up with
two boxes.
We'll come up with a better one next.
and you're Chinese as well, so you could be a monk.
Wow, shit! I've
So you
covered
tick all
I've
three
covered-
boxes.
I covered
Yeah.
all three.
Yeah.
It's like that's my joke. Just came up with it on the spot. Like,
Yeah.
right there.
Boom.
No, the biggest joke is I just want to respond to Longkang Kitty's most recent episode
About
the
Yishun.
one.
Wow, he's looking straight
Into the camera.
and-
Straight into John Wang's face.
No, John Wang. No, NG's been attacking us like on.
Oh,
like,
personal attacks.
my
All right,
God.
here we go.
Like Dan
What,
Wong.
attacking Yishun?
No, she said she wanted nothing to do with Yishun. Like
Right,
she's
build a wall.
Wow.
Build a wall.
discredited us. She doesn't want to have anything. When she takes the train, she takes the other way around just to avoid Yishun. She just takes the other way around. She
Right.
needs to go Ang Mo Kio. She takes the other way around. Woodlands the other way around. Never passing Yishun. But 928 Laksa is still the bond. Dan Wong, you've got it right. Dan Wong I think stays in Yishun.
Wait, you got laksa, you got chicken rice.
Sell it. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
You got
Got loads.
chompang nasi lemak.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
got bak
Yeah.
chor mee.
Just cause we have a few crazy people doesn't mean the
a few. Come on.
okay, a lot of crazy
Yeah.
people doesn't
So
mean
I think when you build the wall, it should not encompass all the
Who-
good eating places.
who's
Yeah.
to say that
Right.
who's to say we're the crazy one? Maybe we're the normal ones and the rest of you are living in a fantasy world of normalcy.
And take the cats, like the stray cats, off the street, so that cat killers
No, I
can't
ca-
find them.
And the
I
drugs.
Like,
And the drugs,
I like
yeah.
cats.
And the parangs.
Yeah, and the parangs.
Are you
Remove
guys
all those
making my
people.
points or just trying
And
to
the
ridicule me right now?
and the Indians. Oh no.
But
Yeah.
don't worry, Dan Wong, you've got a supporter right here. And on that note,
Yeah, on that.
And then, and on that note, I need to find some snacks because I'm very tipsy. I need to shove something in my mouth and wake me up.
till next week.
And most likely it's gonna be a cock.
It's been
Cock meat
Sean,
sandwich.
Yeah.
Deben,
Yep.
Josiah,
Yes.
and you. It's been a pleasure having you on the Listening Room
Yeah.
podcast.
Ciao.
We're heading down to Yishun for some cat meat porridge.
Yes.
Ciao.